for parallel lines. Okay. So we are looking at, let's see. Okay. Consecutive interior angles, what are they also called? Same side interior, but you need to know both names because you're going to see both. Same side interior angles. Yep. Consecutive is what it's going to say on the quiz. Okay. Same side describes better what they are. Okay. So you need to know both names. All right. We have 5 and 7, 6 and 8. They're interior. They're next to each other. Okay. List the pairs of alternate interior angles. We've got 5, 8, 6, and 7. Alternate interior angles. Number 3 is corresponding angles. That's 1, 8, 6, 2, 3, 7, and 5, 4. Remember that you're either both above the line on one side or both below the lines on one side. So if you've got the parallel line, see how 1 and 8 are both above the lines, and they're on this one side of the transversal, and 6 and 2 are both below the lines. That's how you know they're corresponding. Okay. All right, let's go back 1 second. Consecutive interior angles, are they congruent or supplementary? Consecutive interior angles, same side interior angles, supplementary. What about alternate interior? Supplementary or congruent? Congruent, good. Corresponding? Congruent. Congruent. There's only 3 that are supplementary. Only 3. Linear pair, supplementary. Consecutive interior angles, or same side interior angles, supplementary. Same side exterior angles, supplementary. Everything else is congruent. So we've got alternate exterior angles, that's 3 and 2, 4 and 1. And are they congruent or supplementary? Alternate exterior angles. Is it one of the 3 I just said? They're congruent, guys. Okay. Number 5, I look at these and I say these are nothing to each other. They're not alternate exterior, interior, corresponding, same side interior, same side exterior, linear pair of vertical angles. So I say, okay, 172, well right here, this is also 172 because those are corresponding. So then I say, okay, now I've formed a linear pair. 172 plus y equals 180. So I subtract 172 from both sides and I get y equals 8. Number 6. These are alternate exterior angles, so they are congruent, so it is 85. Questions about this front side again before I move on? Alternate exterior angles are congruent to each other. All right. 64 and 8x are also alternate exterior angles, so they are equal to each other. So I divide by 8, and I get x equals 8. 155 can go right here because it is a corresponding angle. And then I form a linear pair. So 155 plus 4y minus 3 equals 180. So 152 plus 4y equals 180. I subtract 152 from both sides. And I get 4y equals 28, so y equals 6. It does equal 7.
Oh, yeah.
4 goes into 28. 7. All right, number 8. 2x plus 5 and 125. What are these, guys? If I were going to label this. Corresponding, good. And corresponding angles are congruent. So 2x plus 5 equals 125. Subtract 5 from both sides. Divide by 2, x equals 60.
So we don't have to label it?
No, it doesn't say 2, it says 5x. I'm just asking because there will be questions like what is this at the front, okay? What is the next one? 5x and 100. What are they?
Wait, you said x equals what?
X equals 60. These are corresponding. And corresponding angles are? So 5x equals 100, x equals 20. Next, 65 and 3x minus 8. What are these? Alternate exterior angles. And they are congruent. So 65 equals 3x minus 8. Add 8 to both sides. Divide by 3. X equals 24 and 1/3. They can totally be fractions or decimals. Okay? And they will be on your quiz too. All right, number 10. 3x plus 25 and 12x minus 1. What are these called? Alternate exterior angles, and they are congruent. So I have 3x plus 25 equals 12x minus 1. I subtract 3x from both sides. I add 1 to both sides. I divide by 9, and I get 2.8 repeating. And so then I plug it in. 2.8 times 3 plus 25 is 33 and 2/3. Okay, you have to tell me your steps. What did you do first?
Alright. I got 3x plus 25 plus 12x plus 1.
That's your problem. You set them equal to 180 instead of equal to each other. Okay,
Wait, what was that? Yeah, why'd you have to
because it said find angle 1. You gotta read the directions, guys. This is angle 1 right here. So you do have to plug it in. There's 2 like this on your quiz too. If it says find angle 1, you have to take your answer and plug it in. Okay. Next, we've got 10x plus 6 and 5x minus 1. They're nothing to each other, but I know this is corresponding 10x plus 6 right here, and then this forms a linear pair. So 10x plus 6 plus 5x minus 1 equals 180. So 15x plus 5 equals 180. So I subtract 5 from both sides, and I get 15x equals 175. Divide by 15, and I get 11 and 2/3. And then the directions say to find angle 1, right? So I've got to plug it back in. 10 times 11 and 2/3 plus 6 gives me 122 and 2/3. Yes?
Why did you say you don't put it equal to 180?
This one, because alternate exterior angles are equal to each other. They're congruent. Yes?
So if it says find angle whatever.
You have to plug it in at the end. Yep.
Wait,
But
why
if
do
it
you?
doesn't, then you just put.
Right. See how these said find the value of x? So you don't have to plug it back in? This is find angle 1, so you do.
Okay.
Yes, Cheyenne?
Wait, why did you? I know it says plus 5x, but I thought you minused it.
No, only when you move across the equal sign. If it's on the same side, you're good. Okay, so one more time before we take this. You ready? We've got alternate interior angles, which are? We've got linear pair, which is? We got vertical angles, which are? We've got corresponding angles, which are? We've got consecutive interior angles, which are? We've got same side exterior angles, which are? And we got alternate exterior angles, which are? There are 3 congruent. There are 3 that are supplementary. Same side exterior is supplementary, consecutive interior is supplementary, and linear pair is supplementary. Just those 3. Yes? Yep. Alternate interior angles, congruent. See how they're alternate, they're like kitty corner from each other? And they're inside, interior. In between the 2 lines, that's what I mean by inside. Linear pair forms a straight line. Linear means line. And lines add up to 180. So that's supplementary. Vertical angles, see how it kind of makes a cross? I've had other teachers describe it as a bow tie. They're congruent to each other. Corresponding angles, they're both either on top of the lines on one side or below the lines on one side. They're congruent. Consecutive interior angles, consecutive means next to. So they're next to each other. And they're inside, interior, they're supplementary. And finally, same side exterior, they're both on the outside of the 2 parallel lines, they're supplementary. And alternate exterior angles, they're on the outside, but they're kitty corner from each other, they're congruent. Yes, ma'am?
What if one is on top and one is on bottom?
Then they're not anything to each other, right? If you have something that looks like this, like that, that's same side exterior. They're supplementary. This one? This one? Which one, Devin? I got 33 and 2/3. I got 2.8, and then I plugged it in for x. Any others?
So
This one?
Yeah.
I got 11 and 2/3, and I plugged it in and got 122 and 2/3.
so if we have some.
Hold on, I'm answering Devin's question. Devin, what is the problem here? Did you have 10x plus 6 plus 5x minus 1 equals 180? Okay. Did you then combine like terms and get 15x plus 5 equals 180? And you subtracted 5 and got 15x equals 175? Divided by 15, you should have got 11 and 2/3. You could have had a decimal.
Can we leave it a decimal? Or
Yes.
Do we have to change it to a fraction?
Yes. I did this without a calculator, which is why I left it like this.
Oh.
So did you get 11.66?
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
So we're gonna have something like this on the test, so we'll have to have quiz, so we'll have to have 2 answers.
There are 2 problems where it says find your angle. You have to find out what x is, and then you have to plug it in. Yes.
Can you combine like terms? Can you ever do that when it's equal to 80?
Yes.
Wait.
180. Yeah.
So same side as
No. There are 3 that are supplementary. Same side interior, same side exterior, linear pairs.
Oh. The same or supplementary? Same supplementary.
Linear pair line underneath. Okay, guys, let's clear our desk of everything but a calculator and a pen and pencil.